Hello! It's time for us to once again delve into the land of Final Fantasy IV. So, when we last left off, we had just completely failed to defend the wind crystal, I think. Um, and as a reward for failing, the king gave us a boat. But no, seriously, we're heading off to Baron now. Basically, the idea is that since Baron's air forces are so strong, but they have a relatively weak navy. Actually, I haven't seen any evidence of Baron having a navy at all. We're traveling there by boat. And of course, in an RPG, traveling over the ocean is always a source of happiness and good, and nothing ever goes wrong. So let's do that! She doesn't get a name, she's just Yang's wife. I don't think she even has a unique sprite. Was there anything I was gonna do in Fabul? It's probably not important. Have I bought any armor or weapons for anyone the entire game? Oh well. It feels like an adventure, doesn't it? Except that the boat moves along like it's kind of zooming past everything. It's not a very, traditional ship voyage kind of experience. But oh well, I don't think that would be very exciting anyway. Not sure what's up with that, actually. Oh no, something went wrong. Who could have possibly seen this coming? Oh no. Well, that's kind of cool. The sound effect for the whirlpool is actually kind of going back and forth between ears. I guess you'd probably notice that if you ever played this game wearing headphones, which I haven't till now. It's kind of a hypnotic back and forth sound. I should probably focus on the fact that we're kind of fucked, though, huh? Oh, yeah. We're screwed. Several times the length of our own ship, you might notice. This is kind of bad. I don't actually know if Leviathan is to scale here. Assumedly, if he is, then that's terrifying. I guess when you have the ability to make massive whirlpools, it doesn't really matter if you're that big. That's just icing on the cake. Oh shit. Yang is just that badass. Well, it's been a good run, you guys. I guess that's the end of Final Fantasy IV. Oh, hey, we're still alive. Isn't this like the second natural disaster caused by a summon, on that note, that Cecil has inexplicably survived? That's kind of becoming a running theme here now that I think about it. Alrighty, well, that could have gone better. Hey, look, a town. At least we can, get some help and... Oh. Oh. Um... This is gonna be awkward, isn't it? Actually, hold on. So yeah, welcome to Mysidia again. People aren't really happy to see us. Of course, there's still random NPCs who will dispense useful information for you, but, that's just the nature of RPGs. We can keep doing this. I always love doing that. I don't know why. You have to imagine they must have been on friendly terms once, if they had a special tunnel that led directly to each other's towns. But yeah, we should be careful who we talk to. Of course, our money's still good. But hey, I don't need no items. Let's see, who else can screw me over in entertaining ways? You've noticed maybe that I've been avoiding these because they're kind of time-consuming, with the forced cutscene where you just watch a girl dance. But this one's especially amusing, so I'm gonna go with it. Jeez, these Mysidians can really jump. But yeah, one of the principles of the transformation spells is that casting it a second time reverses it. So let's go ahead and do that, and hopefully I don't accidentally get any status effects on me that I can't get rid of for free. I think all the ones that the random townsfolk stick on you are reversible. They're obviously not that perceptive, as you can kind of tell. Off she goes. Alright, let's stop messing around and get on with the plot. Whoops. Yeah, I'll admit, I feel like kind of a douchebag. It wasn't my fault Leviathan threw me over here. Apparently, dark armor really floats. Wow. Really? You come up to the leader of the Mysidians, the first word out of your mouth is an excuse. Wow. I'll admit, I really feel like a douchebag now. This elder guy is really being gracious considering what an asshole I was to these guys. I assume that's probably another issue of translation. It might come across better in the original script, I don't know. For all we know, the Mysidians sent Leviathan. Actually, no, I don't think that they're capable of doing that. Since summon magic is kind of a different branch from your standard, garden variety magic. Someone needs to rewrite this script so that the Elder is more sarcastic in this line. It's like, really? Some asshole went and fucked with your loved ones. I feel really bad for you, dude. That must be awful. Really? Consumed with its evil at any time. That's interesting because it's not really a risk that's really felt in this game. Probably the reason for this is the fact that in the original version of Final Fantasy IV, Cecil had an ability called Dark Wave, which deals damage to you, but actually hits all the enemies on screen for quite a bit of damage. For some reason, in the Final Fantasy IV version that we got in the States, which is called Final Fantasy II, as you've seen, for various reasons, they took out some of the abilities, and that was one of them, which means you don't really feel the effect of, the sword draining your life or anything like that. It's a paladin. Oh, I see. It's a sacred knight. Okay. Gee, you say many people have gone here and none have returned? It's a forbidden place and everyone who goes there has died. Gee, I wonder if I will be able to make it. Welcome to Mysidia, Cecil. I love these two. It is kind of strange that they tell you that no one has ever returned from Mount Ordeals and then send two of their own to help you out. I guess they assume that once Cecil gets wasted, the two of them could just teleport back or something. So let's take a look at what they've got. As you can tell, Porum and Palom are replacements for Rosa and Rydia. They've got the pretty standard repertoire of spells. Healing is the big important one for the White Wizard. We got Scan. I'm not calling it Peep because that sounds stupid. We got Sight, which I now actually know how to use. We could set things on fire, and we can use status effects that I'm not actually going to use. Jesus Christ! Sleep costs 12 MP. It's more than double the damage spells. Maybe it really is that good, I don't know. I'm not gonna bother using it. There's kind of a bit of weird cutoff at the edges with the NPCs. I don't know. I shouldn't spend too much time just staring at weird graphical quirks of the game. We need to get on with the plot. Alright, so let's actually look at if there's anything we can outfit Palom and Porum with. Yes, undead monsters. That's the reason we need other party members, aside from the fact that soloing a dungeon is kind of difficult. By the way, I ought to introduce you to this guy. I've always ignored naming Way just because I kind of like keeping with the regular names. But you can, in fact, if you wish, rename every character in the game. For now, I think I'll leave it alone, but we can always come back to this later, so if you want me to change the names, then, I'm always glad to hear your input. Also, this training room area is basically they teach you how to play the game. Which is why I didn't visit it, because I don't need to learn how to play the game, having played it several times over. Alrighty, see, this is back in the primitive days where you don't get fancy things like, actually telling you the stats before you purchase it. Let me see what they're actually armed with. A staff. A rod. Boring. Alright, let's outfit them with something nice. Let's see now. Aside from just raw stats, which I'd have to guess at based on the price, I'm willing to guess that the flame rod powers up fire. And since we're going to be setting zombies on fire, it might be a good idea to purchase this. Of course, there's only one staff. And no, I'm not going to bother giving them a bow and arrows. Bow and arrows. I don't know why the game lets you give various characters bow and arrows, because anyone but Rosa who uses bow and arrows is going to miss all the time and completely waste their turns, when they'd be much better spent setting things on fire. But, whatever. Anyway. At some point I was going to get rid of some of the crap that I don't need, right? I'm just going to hope that that actually does power up stuff. I'm actually already carrying an ice rod. When did I get that? Oh well. And Cecil has all of these. Hold on. Is this better or worse? No? Okay, so I should sell my shadow gear that I don't need anymore. Eventually I will run out of room in my inventory, and then I'll be really sad that I didn't sell this crap. Shadow, 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 wait, black. Is that better, or... Obviously I haven't been paying any attention at all. Oh no, this was the sword I got from the king, and I didn't equip it because it was the end of the episode. Whoa, ho, ho, Jesus. That's more than double. Okay. We're keeping this thing. And I keep forgetting things. I want them to have iron ring. Okay. I think I'll keep the iron ring because I might get new party members who might want it. In fact, I know I'm gonna get another party member who might want it. Darkness, rod. I wonder what happens if you unequip all of Cecil's gear and sell it. That would probably be really bad. I don't think that the game would actually have any recourse for you because you can't really buy Shadow, Dark Knight gear that I know of. You might be kind of screwed if you just did something that stupid. I don't know. Hold on. I want to try and... Yeah. Where's my... Organize button? If I had a real controller, this would probably be really easy. Hold on. Never mind. It's not that important. So, let me think. I don't think that there's anything else we need. If I were a sane person, I might stock up on items, potions and stuff, but really all I'm going to take with me is tents. And whatever I've already got on me, but I'm probably not going to use it. Well, they're only goblins anyway. We're probably gonna level these guys up a bit before we start getting into all that fun stuff. Probably I'm going to put the actual climbing of Mount Ordeals on a separate episode, although Mount Ordeals is quite an ordeal, so it might actually end up being 2 episodes all by itself. So there is one other thing that is relevant to Paladin Forum, is that they have something called Twincast, or just Twin in this version of the game. Basically, if both of them are... they're dying. We really need to level these guys up. If both of them are not doing anything, you can, on one of their turns, select Twin, and both of them will start casting a spell. And the Twin spells are actually weaker versions of very high-level spells like Flare or Meteor. And so that's very nifty. I don't want to stray too far while they are still low level because they really don't have that much MP. But just for kicks, let's take a look at what's around us. As you can see, we've got quite a trek ahead of us. Pretty big long path leading up to Mount Ordeals. But let's start off, and hopefully we won't get back attacked. Jeez. That's annoying. It would help to know the weaknesses of enemies that I'm running into and stuff, so I can save a bit of time. Tiny mages. You know, in Final Fantasy V, there is a cure staff that if you whack someone with it, it heals them. I wonder if this one works like that. Maybe I should try it. I'm gonna end up embarrassing myself, but... Oh, what the hell. It's not like she's gonna do much to him if it turns out to not work that way. It missed. Oh, that's rich. Yeah, I think that probably the rest of this session is gonna be spent grinding. How much do they need to level up anyway? Ugh. 10 versus 17, jeez. So that's probably... It might be... God damn it! This game just cannot give me a break, can it? Fortunately, the enemies aren't really that strong. Let's see about ice. Why not? Just try everything. Man, these are some weak sauce spells. I really don't think we're going to get much out of these spells unless we are hitting weaknesses, especially spread shots. I guess we could do some decent damage if we focused. We probably should. Set this guy on fire. So, I also talked about earlier something called level 2 spells and life. That's always nice to have. Anyway, I talked about something called Jesus Christ. I have gotten like 3 encounters in 4 steps. That's pretty expensive. That's ridiculous. Anyway, I keep getting interrupted. I talked about a bug called the Peninsula of Power. Now, what is a Peninsula of Power? Basically, it works like this. If you took the whole map of the world, the overworld, the way you determine what encounters you actually get is that you divide the world into big squares, and each square has a certain type of encounter in it. And this is how the game restricts you to encountering certain monsters in certain sections of the game. And most of the time that works fine, but on occasion you run into situations where a part of a landmass actually clips into the wrong square, and then you run into monsters that you really shouldn't be able to see until later in the game, which can be good or bad. It can be good if you can actually muster up the effort to kill them, or it can be bad if the monsters just kill the shit out of you. Peninsulas of power are used quite often as sources of advanced grinding because, of course, you're going to get a lot more experience if you actually manage to kill these things. Unfortunately, I don't actually know how good our chances are of successfully killing off the enemies we're about to run into. We might get kind of screwed over, so I'm gonna be prepared to completely wipe out here, which is why I saved. So let's heal. And then let's pull another site. Okay, so to the south is the actual Mount Ordeal, surrounded by that forest. To the north, do you see that big kind of hook-shaped landmass? That's it. That's our Peninsula of Power. We might have to kind of squeeze ourselves up in the little point at the top, but it's definitely there. So I'm going to save after every encounter just so I don't lose any XP when I finally run into these super strong enemies. I kind of wonder if they put it here on purpose. I mean, this is a very conspicuously pointing upwards landmass here. It almost doesn't look like it was put here by accident, but I really don't know. The one thing I'm concerned about is that I hope we don't get so far up here that we kind of have trouble running low on supplies before we actually manage to make it back. Although that shouldn't be a problem for reasons that will become clear rather shortly. I was saying earlier I didn't want to stray too far from Mysidia. Alright, it's always exciting kind of running into stuff you're not supposed to get to. But let's do this. Alright. So these are a little stronger than what we were running into previously. A little bit. This may have been a mistake. Oh, twin cast failed because one of them was dead. Cecil can actually kill them, but there's 5 of them and only 3 of us. Well, that kind of didn't work. Let's take another shot, you know, just to see if we can actually get something we can kill, because there is a potentially lucrative amount of experience at, you know, at stake here. If we can get a twin cast off, we might act. Jesus Christ! Swoon. Okay, you're probably wondering about that. For reasons that will elude me for eternity, the term that Final Fantasy 4 uses in this translation for instant for KO or instant death is swoon. If you go to the menu and look at a character who is dead, their status will be swoon. I don't know how they settled on that particular translation, but that's what the deal is. It's swoon. So that was pretty good. You can see we got quite a bit more experience. The monsters in here are stronger than we're supposed to be able to take, but not ridiculously strong. You know, they're not just wasting us instantly. But they are kind of taking up a bit of our resources to kill. I think I might take a shot at one more. And then, well, I guess it cooperated with that. Who is that? I'm really not sure. Oh, come on! That's not even fair. I'm worried that Panther might actually be a monster that can cast instant death spells, which I'm not actually sure if that's true or not. Yeah! But yeah, basically, the reason that it's saying swoon is because Cecil's brand new sword actually has an instant death effect. Oh, shit. Come on! Are you kidding me? That was 2 turns in a row. That's not fair. Give me a break. I need to keep these guys alive so they get experience points. Would you stop that? Die. Jesus. This really is rising us through the ranks, at least. I might come back here pretty soon, but okay, let's step carefully now. I'm saving before I do anything. Then I'm going to cure them. Although we got cured 2 just now, generally the lower level cures are more cost efficient. What you get out of the higher level cures is faster healing in more dire situations where you really need to get your party members back up and running fast. What the hell? I think I'm gonna fight these guys. I think after that we can take the scrubs running around here, especially after a couple levels up. So I don't want to make this too much grinding. If it does get to be excessive, which I don't think it'll turn out to be the case, it's just kind of a long walk around here. But I might end up cutting it out, you know, after we reach a reasonable time to stop. Okay, that was pretty great. Apparently someone wants us to stop. really are doing pretty well now compared to where we started. 84 MP each, level 14. Let's see, do we have enough? Yes. One more site. Okay, you see that little patch at the bottom that's kind of, this forest is separated out from the rest? That's where we're going. The reason we're going there is that it is... Chocobo Forest. Hey, wait a second. Hold on, hold on. We don't even have to rest at an inn because we've got chocobos here. Come back here. Slow down. Wow. This forest turned out to be even more useful than I thought. So I found an item. Maybe there's more items lying around in the grass. I think it's just the one. Okay, so there are a couple items of note here. First of all, this spot here smells like chocobos. What does that mean? If we use a carrot here, we can call out the fat chocobo, which is basically a source of item storage. I don't really use it, although maybe I should. I don't know. Of course, the main attraction at any chocobo forest is being able to ride a chocobo. And while you're riding a chocobo, as is tradition, you don't run into any encounters. And you get to go super fast. Not as fast as going on an airship, of course, but you know, you can usually get anywhere you need to go on land using a chocobo. So I think this is a pretty good place to grind, where we can, anytime we run low on supplies, we can just go back to the white chocobo, and then we can just run back up to the north. It seems like we can't actually go here on the chocobo. Sadly, we also can't leave the chocobo to ride it back. It runs away. As long as I'm cautious and save before fighting any big monsters, we could probably actually get to a pretty high level here. If I was really cheesy about it, I could probably get it up to the point where we could take on this dungeon pretty easily, since these monsters are giving experience ahead of where we should be right now. But I think what I'm going to aim to do is just get these two up to around where Cecil's level is. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. Fighting these imps without using MP is time consuming. And if only we had a Yang around to just kick them in the face. Cecil is doing like 100 times more damage than is needed to deal with imps. You know, it's probably a good thing that we've got such high-level monsters to deal with in the Peninsula of Power, considering that we're fighting scrubs like regular imps in our normal playthrough, in the normal encounters. There is actually kind of a nice encounter around here that I don't know if it's actually near Mysidia or if it's on this whole landmass. It would make sense if it was... but basically it's a big-ass bird, and I think it is actually pretty vulnerable to Cecil's instant death move, which would make it a pretty good target for beating the shit out of it. But I haven't run into any of those, so I don't know. Save. I do kind of wonder how far north we have to go. It might be more convenient if I didn't have to cram myself into this little corner. Oh well, it's not really a big deal. Ah, come on. See, that's the other problem, is these things are fast. I wonder if the Peninsula of Power is in other versions of the game, like Game Boy Advance and stuff. Die. Die, 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 die. You die. And you die. And, oh, come on. At least Cecil can absorb those. Oh, fuck off. Screw it. I'm cheating. I guess it's technically not cheating, but, you know, whatever. What a pain in the ass. This is just a waste of my time. Come on. Getting a first strike would probably be the best outcome on one of the big scary monsters. Let's see if it's down lower here, because it feels awkward running around in like 2 squares of real estate. There we go. Can we get like a backer row? Because this is... Yeah, I know, I'm just blatantly save scumming now. But they keep killing off my healer. That's really annoying. I guess this would be a good excuse to actually carry Phoenix Downs or Lives. Oh, Jesus, that thing's ugly. Holy shit! Fire. Kill it with fire. This might actually be kind of out of my league. Well, that was a waste. Oh shit. They're inflicted with sap. Okay, let's end this quickly before they just drop dead. Stop that! Stop it now, I command you. Stop it immediately. Fuck. Fire. Fire, 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 fire. Jesus. Maybe I didn't really think this plan out. But hey, they gained a level. Hey, wait, how come they got out of sync? I thought, no wait, they're not out of sync in terms of experience, but their hit points are out of sync. How much do they need for another level? Alright, how's about this? We gain 1 more level for everyone, and then we call it quits. Move on to actually useful things that don't involve getting me horribly killed every 5 minutes. After this, the actual dungeon we're supposed to be going to is going to be a walk in the park. I love the instant death effect. It's just a shame that it comes off so goofy with swoon. How did... swoon? That's such an interesting... I really wonder how they came up with that translation for KO or dead or... I don't know. There's so many words that that you could think of that, you know, might not be perfect, but at least kind of approximate it, you know, fallen, um, unconscious. It's like they just picked a word at random from the thesaurus. I don't even... Would a thesaurus even give you swoon as... Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Hey guys, I think we're done. I have had enough of this shit. Let's go back to Chocobo Land, pick up a Chocobo, rest at the inn so I don't actually have to use any items. I know, I'm a cheapskate. Deal with it. I think I got my fill of the Peninsula of Power pretty quickly. If I were a bit more patient, I could probably use it to get to a level where I could handle those encounters, like I said. But I do want to bring you some semblance of a normal playthrough as opposed to a... Hey, there it is. That's the big bird I wanted to... Yeah. Okay, so here's the plan. We go back to Mysidia. We take a rest at the inn. We walk back on foot and maybe gain a level the normal way. And then we save at the foot of Mount Ordeals, and that will be our episode. And I'm probably just going to pick up right up from there and start working on another episode straight away, so you'll be able to see that pretty quickly afterwards. Go to the inn. This is like the cafe. Let's talk to the people. Why not? And I think that the dancer will still turn me into a toad, or pig. Jesus, this is highway robbery. I can barely afford that, you know? Yeah, I know. I'm the one who insists on actually going in and staying at the inn. I like inns, I don't like healing items. Don't ask why, it's inconsistent and doesn't really make any sense, but that's my preferred playstyle. Of course, I like free healing even more, but I can't very well revive my healer with magic when she's the only one with life. Okay, so now we're going to go back to doing what we were normally doing and not messing with any strange breaches in reality that cause random super powerful monsters to hang out in one corner of the continent. Killing imps. I wonder if one of them can hit one of these imps. It'll save us some time, at least. Of course, mages can't hit for crap. Like that. Imps really are that weak. Of course, they don't seem to get hit with the instant death. I don't know, some enemies seem to be really vulnerable to it, and some enemies seem to not, for no particular reason I can figure out. I guess it's probably just innate resistances. Going all the way for the back row because I hate these bastards. Trust no monster that calls itself a mage. Hit it. Go on, you can do it. Can't say I didn't try. Come on. Save us some time, will you? 14 damage. Still enough. These guys are complete losers. You have to imagine that they must lead a very perilous life where the slightest risk of tripping and falling is potentially lethal. Did I ever gain that level? Let me see. Cecil gained a level. Let's be Porum. Or was it Palom? I don't know. Let's see a twin cast. It's overkill, but hey, I got free MP healing here. It's pretty good. Alright, so let's just get these to one more level. This is, Palom. Screw you, twin cast. I guess their weaker version is called Flare in this version. I believe the stronger version of that spell in this game is called Nuke, which, holy shit. But traditionally, because Flare is traditionally single target, so I don't know how. Oh well, it's not really a big deal. I'll just call it by its actual translated name, not to confuse people. But I don't know if that even really can you cast Nuke? I don't remember. I remember the late game less well because I don't see it as often. Anyway, that is our journey for today, and next time I will pick up at climbing Mount Ordeals.